Hello survivors, welcome to Atomic Picnic. It is a brand new action shooter roguelike that we've got available. We are going to go straight into the game. We'll talk about everything while we're playing. We'll play on the first level just because I think it is a little bit easier when you're playing solo on this level. And we will talk about things. So the first things first is it is a traditional roguelike as well. Over here we're going to grab the brick case. Getting that extra critical strike chance is actually really good. And something else in the game is the reloading system. They do have something called fast reload, which is exactly what we did, where you have to click on the mouse. So you can actually click on your mouse to, or when you're shooting, to fast reload. When you're playing multiplayer, this kind of does screwed you over a little bit, because sometimes you'll be in the middle of choosing a curio, and as soon as that ends, you'll end up picking or accidentally clicking, and you'll end up losing the fast reload. And why I say that's the thing is because to unlock some of the weapons or the characters, it requires you to fast reload. So, you don't want to be losing out on those fast reloads. So, like the shotgun requires you to fast reload 40 times in a row without dropping it even once, which means that if we lose a fast reload, we have to start that 40 times over again. Let's see, shoot a volley of bullets towards nearby enemies whenever you fire your weapon. 3 targets maximum. I will grab that because yes, why not? It means we're going to hit things a little bit easier. And then there are, let's go see if we can find them. There are these crystals there in the distance, like right here. When you destroy them, you pick up things called pebbles, and these are used for your meta progression. I will show you that after the run or when we die. I don't expect this one to be a full or a clear. I was able to clear it in co-op with a friend of mine, which we will show you a video of course, playing together, because co-op is a lot more fun in this game than solo. Also, co-op is a lot easier because you're able to revive your allies, whereas in solo there is no revive. It's the same as in Gunfire Reborn or in RoboQuest. All of those games, they allow you to revive where you can't otherwise if you're in solo. Okay, we did take a curio over there, which makes it so that when we shoot or kill an enemy, there is a chance for a bear to be summoned, or I guess like a target dummy, and that target dummy will taunt enemies and then eventually explode. So there it is over there. Fantastic, taunting the enemies around it, and when that explodes, it deals damage to everything around it as well. So that is very good for solo gameplay, at least in my opinion it is. And we also hopefully get some other really good ones. There is a lifesteal one, which I think I got. Yeah, I did. This one over here. And then the eater, which is shoot homing bullets when using impulse gear. So whenever we use our shift, which is your impulse gear, that will shoot homing bullets for us. Very good. And then we've got the cursed courier over here, which gives us positives and negatives. In this case, there aren't any really good positives, so we're not going to grab it, and we're just going to keep going. Over there you could see, as I used my shift, it allowed us to shoot things around our character. So if I shift, you see all those weird and wonderful bullets coming out. F is for grenade, which you can change, but all of that weird and wonderful stuff I will show you after the actual round, so that you can see all of the different stuff. And we messed up the fast reload. Great. Alright, objectives. You can see on the right hand corner, our first objective is to just reach level 10. I am not going to grab that. We want base damage. We could grab the teddy bear. That's going to make destroying things a lot easier because it deals damage around us. Or we could go for the minigun. The only thing with the minigun is it requires you to hold down your left click. So you can't do, you have to like keep it down the entire time. And I prefer to actually sometimes let go, especially when I'm using my grenades or my Q ability and things like that. So like now, even if there's nothing around you, you'd still have to be shooting with the minigun, otherwise you'll end up reloading. And you don't want to, not reloading, but a minigun has a wind up time, and I don't want that. Okay, we should be running around a little bit more, breaking objectives. breaking objects, getting ourselves some money. Some of the objects you'll see are going to be purple, and that's going to allow us to then get a life crystal out of them. So sometimes when these crystals are purple, there's a chance they're going to have a life orb in them, which will give you, I don't know the exact number, maybe between 10 and 20 HP. So we're just going to run around. There is a light over here which shows us that there's something there. So we're going to go do that quickly and see what's up there for us. I can't jump. I could have actually, because you can double jump and then double jump again. There's a heal. Sometimes the yellow crystals have them as well, so you don't always have to have them with that. And then we've got this over here. Damage modifier for 20 life. 5% increased damage for a loss of 20 life. I think that's worth it. Especially since we've got the courier that has a chance to heal us when we kill enemies, like there. We just healed. At level 7, quantity, reduce healing. Quantity is +1. I believe quantity is 1 bullet, but I'm not 100% certain. I do like Scarlet Meniscus, which means shoot a powerful secondary bullet when you fire your weapon. So it makes it possible for us to deal more damage, which is what we are looking to do. You can use Q, which is like a special ability that you unlock eventually. Again, something we'll get into a little bit later in the game. Okay, we left a lot of those guys down there. Kill the flying dudes, they are irritating. And then it did say we've got an area that we can go and destroy. Not destroy, but a place where we can go and test our whatever. Test our might. It depends. Some of them, there's either like a music box that you can do. There's those things that we already did that you can click on and they make you stronger by spending life. There's a whole lot of different things that you can do that will make you either stronger or weaker. We could go and find that though. Alright, area of size, no. When damaged by an enemy, apply the revenge debuff. No. When you successfully fast reload, create a sound wave. I'm actually going to re-roll these. And that was terrible. Eesh. Okay, that was really bad actually. Like terrible. Alright, these guys are only supposed to spawn when you hit level 10. I don't know why they've spawned so early, but it is what it is. These aren't the elite versions. The elite versions are a lot more hectic. But these guys are cray-cray, regardless. And now we just want to go and look for that other area that spawned. If it did spawn at all, but I don't see it. There we go, there it is. So this looks like it could be a jukebox or, the chest that I was mentioned, or that I did mention, not that I... And we're going to see if we've got it. If we do have it, then we'll try and stay in the area. It is going to be quite difficult. Yep, it is. It's a music box. Now, I do have a little bit of a negative interaction with this music box, unfortunately. So it's probably one of the only things I don't like about the game. And it's that you can't skip the animation. So I really like the fact that they've implemented this, kind of like your, Vampire Survivors when you pick up a chest. So I think it's really cool that they've got it in the game. But the problem is that you can't skip the animation in this game. Doesn't matter how many times you've done it. As far as I know, currently there is no way to skip it. Unless there's like a memento you can get that I don't know about, that they're going to introduce or have introduced into the game, that will allow you to do that. But currently there is no way to do it. And also I'm going to die if I don't run away. Okay, it looks like we finished it. So let's see over here, suspicious mirror. We're going to open this. As you can see, like I mentioned, we have to kind of watch this, and you can get like quite a lot of these in one game as well. And there's no way to speed it up. There's no way to make it go faster. You can click, you can do whatever you want. Even pushing escape, it takes you to the menu. but you can't get rid of this. However, we did get a 5-1, which gave us a level 3 Blooming Faucet, the Eater level 2, and a level 3 Scarlet and Meniscus. So we're going to yeet ourselves out of here because we have absolutely no life. And we need more life. There is healing over here. We're going to grab it. Thank goodness we found it. So you get these healing totems, which we just managed to luckily find, which of course give us full heal, as you can see. So I'm very happy that we managed to get that done. Beautiful. I'm just hoping, so you get different objectives. Sometimes, again, RNG is a thing. So I'm hoping once we've defeated these guys, do we want that? No. I mean, it could have been really good. We could have probably healed quite a lot from that. But I think I'm happy with what I'm on right now. We need to kill these elite snakes. They are nearly dead. There's one down. And we get to fully evolve this. 2% increased probability. Chance to fire a powerful secondary bullet. Seems pretty good to me. And how many is that dead? That's all of them. So now what happens is we get an auto heal. And as you can see, we also get something called peacetime. So now we can run around and collect all of the upgrades, or all of the not upgrades, but all of the XP that we otherwise didn't pick up. So all of this juiciness, and it also gives us time to go and destroy some of the other things, the other crystals, so that we can get some pebbles. And as soon as the peacetime is over, we're gonna cry because we get swarmed by absolute monstrosities. Choose a chance to shoot a volley of bullets towards nearby enemies whenever you fire a weapon. Extra 2 enemies possibly attacked, so that's really cool. As you can see though, peacetime is practically over. Well, it's not even over yet. And we still got more things spawning, even though they shouldn't be, which is very weird. Don't know why all those things just spawned. But here we go, we got an easy objective, thank goodness. It's just to kill 225 enemies. Also, bear in mind, when you're playing multiplayer, the objectives are, harder. So normally in multiplayer, you actually got to kill 300 and something enemies. So just keep that in mind while you are playing. So these things are not dying very quickly. Perfect, we got the charm to level 3. Still, see, that could be quite good, but I would prefer just damage. If we can ever find just damage, that would be great. And if we die now, that's okay as well. Because I think we understand how the game works. There are mini bosses, which we will probably land up seeing because we are going to be in that spot. And then there was actually something. Oh, it's this way over here. Oops. Things around me are just dying. I think that's because of the curios that just automatically target enemies, which is great. I am happy to have random bullets flying everywhere, destroying things, so I don't have to worry about it. So these over here, great. I will grab that. It definitely seems to be coming in handy, which is fantastic. Okay, let's get up here and get ourselves more damage. These guys, you need to die. You are being very not nice. Alright, fantastic, they did. Okay, there is healing from that crystal. Throw a bomb. I have no idea what's happening, but things are dying. So that's great. And we're nearly there. Let's see. Nope, I don't like any of those. We'll just take the similar, or whatever that thing's called. Try and focus these snakes because they are quite irritating. But because we've got our teddy bear, we're also in a very good spot.
He's still, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
So we can grab that one, get ourselves increased fire rate. I'm happy to grab that one. And I keep messing up the fast reload, so that's not very helpful. Obviously, the color of the XP crystal determines how much XP it gives you, so you want to try and pick up the bigger ones because you're going to get more from there. Going to level up our healing charm, so now we can heal more from killing things. That is great. There is no pause button, unfortunately, in the game, even if you are playing solo player. Which also I think they should change. I think if you are playing solo, they could let you at least, you know, pause the game. Multiplayer, I understand. There's no game in the world that allows you to pause multiplayer unless you're playing like Dota, because they actually have a pause feature. But generally, you can't play multiplayer games and have a pause. It just doesn't work. So I understand that, but I think they do need to make it so that we can pause this game when you're playing solo. Because, I mean, okay, it does actually pause. Never mind, I take that back. You can pause it. But you can't pause while in multiplayer. I thought maybe it just worked the same way. I am going to head over here. It looks like it could be another music box. The game also has these weird, like, I would say they are evolutions. Now, I say they're weird because I don't actually know how they work. I don't know if you need every single one of your skills to be maxed level. Let's go for the briefcase, not briefcase. It's just because it is a briefcase, so you know, I'm like, nah, it's a briefcase. All right, here we go. We get another music box. And we should be in a very good spot. It looks like we might have the mini boss spawn while we're doing the music box, which actually isn't good for us. So hopefully, yep, Lil Mac did spawn, unfortunately. There he comes. I mean, if Lil Mac wants to stay there, I'm happy. Lil Mac can stay there. Nope. Lil Mac was not happy staying there, it would seem. It looks like the music box ended. I just want to grab it before we die. Let's see what happens. I'm looking to get the level 4 brick case from this. Hopefully that will work. But we'll see what happens. Again, can't skip it. And then we get another one if we beat the mini boss over here as well. Which then gives us another chest and we have to sit there waiting again. But there we go. Fantastic. That was super. Let's see, I'm going to take the damage. Who wouldn't? Here's another brick case, like I just mentioned. And the mini boss actually died really, really quickly. So come on, give me level 4 brick case. Give me an evolution magically somehow. Alright, well, at least we got the level 4 brick case, so I'm happy. Chance to deal increased critical chance, or increased critical chance, and then we also get increased critical damage from it. Back to another peacetime, so we should level up 1 or 2 more times. Base damage, I will take it. Minus 40% healing, that's okay. We're getting a huge amount of base damage over there, so we should see nice big numbers now. Let's see what happens. Okay, we actually have another music box over here. I will grab it. I can't remember what happens or what you get from the music boxes once you have everything else maxed out, but we're gonna double check there. As you can see, once you get your guns rolling, it becomes very hard for things to kill you. You do become very strong, which is really cool. The boss, the final boss is actually, or of this level, is quite tanky, so don't expect to kill it very quickly either. So that's something else. I think it has a little bit too much life. Oh right, I was supposed to tell you guys that I feel like the game has too many enemies spawning in multiplayer. So like right now it isn't so bad. When you play multiplayer, it gets really hectic. Like especially now with this objective that I've got that you can see in the corner once we finished with the chest opening. There is an objective over here for us to go and kill or stand in a circle for 70 seconds. There's 3 of them that you have to do. We actually did get a recursive scissors, so our tracking bullets have a chance to crit. Whenever they crit, they spawn more bullets. Whenever they crit, they spawn more bullets. Whenever they crit, they spawn. So whenever we crit, we get a lot of them. Oh, I thought it was something else, but it's actually the mirror and the briefcase. So that's actually really, really cool. So there are evolutions and they do work, which also means that the teddy bear works with the specific one as well. I just don't remember it. My friend was the one who landed up getting it. So definitely going to check that out. But there we go. We got an evolution, which is really, really cool. And I'm glad that we get to show you. Now we need to stay in here for 45 seconds. When you're playing, again, multiplayer, the time amount is actually quite ridiculous. You have to stay in within like 70 seconds or something. And then you overrun way too much by way too many enemies. Whereas right now we're actually in a really good spot because we do so much damage. I mean, you can see we're dealing 112 damage with crits. The timer is reduced as well. And things like that just work really, really well. But once you play multiplayer, I think the game actually seems to be harder in multiplayer than it is in single player. So definitely something worth investigating a little bit. But these bullets that home in on enemies are actually insane. We need to get more probability if we can. Don't even need to concentrate at where I'm shooting. Everything just melts. Oh, so good, so good. Okay, that objective's done. The new one spawned up over here. I'm happy it's in the same area at least. So let's just try jump up here. Here we go. And we got to stay alive. It shouldn't be too hard since everything just immediately dies from us. And now you know why it's called Atomic Picnic, because everything is just blowing up. It's all atomic. Atomic destruction, more like. Each run is called a picnic, technically. That's why it's called Atomic Picnic. Bullet damage, I will grab that. 50% increased bullet damage. I don't necessarily need the fire rate, and we definitely don't need the area of effect. So where is the next area we need to go to? It looks like it's over here. Over here. That's one of those chests that, not a chest, that will be one of those things that give us 5% increased damage. One of those tree things. Alright, also this character has a thing whenever we use our shift ability, whether it's to jump up high or whether it's to dash, we actually gain increased fire rate. So, you know, we don't actually need fire rate on our weapon or anything like that. We can increase it just by using our ability, or our impulse gear is what it's called. Oh man, this is actually so much easier on single player. I cannot tell you how many times I've died in multiplayer or with a friend when we're playing this game. But right now, things just went right. I think once you get past or get certain upgrades, it becomes a lot easier because you're able to do what I'm doing. So Suspicious Mirror, definitely a good upgrade to have. Definitely helps you with the clear without even thinking about it. Everything does. Alright, the final boss has spawned. Camille, the manifestation of a sloth. I'm not sure why it's called manifestation of sloth, but it is what it is. And they are generally in the middle of this red circle. We need to stay. There we go. There they are. Definitely so much easier when you're playing solo. Holy moly. Oh, except for the part where you nearly die. Give me healing. Where is this boss? I did it. Nice. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a successful run. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's just go over a couple of things in the base that we can show you. So like the mementos, which is the meta progression, and then we'll show you like the character's actual thing and things like that. One thing as well as the game isn't local co-op. It goes directly to an EU server. So it doesn't matter, I'm not in EU, but the hosting is done in the EU server. So a lot of the time, for some reason, you know, things happen and you can sometimes lag. There we go, we got a brand new character, JD, so maybe we can show that off to you in the future. These are discoveries, so you do something like over here, accept the zone offerings 20 times and we unlock a memento, and so on and so forth, different weapons and so on. The weapons are over here in the loadout, so our character themselves get upgrades over here. So you need the pebbles for that. You need this is which from the mini bosses and the bosses, and I believe this is from the other stages which we haven't done yet, but that allows you to get different upgrades for the characters. As you can see, this one gets summons a flying drone called Jade that follows you and shoots enemies. Jade stays with you as long as they have ammo, so we'll probably land up playing with this character multi-tap. When throwing a device, activate all fast reload related curios. This effect doesn't reload. That is actually really cool. So could be quite a nice character. We've got different weapons. There are currently only 5 weapons in the game. There's a shotgun, a grenade launcher, and a sniper with a pistol, and then the assault rifle. And there's a bunch of different the F abilities. So there's a normal grenade which I used. There's a flamethrower or a flame blast or napalm, I guess. There's a freezing one, and I don't know what this one does, probably poison or vulnerability. And then if we go over here, this is where the mementos are, and you can see we've only unlocked a couple of them. We've got damage, we've got reroll, we've got health, XP gain, magazine size, movement speed, and collection distance. By upgrading those, you increase your stats, making it a little bit easier. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.